after generation after generation. Those festivals, the Day of Pentecost. The Day of Pentecost came when Israel came up out of Egypt. 50 days when he came out of Egypt, Moses went in the mountain. When Moses went in the mountain, he came down with the law. When he came down with the law, that's when God said, Israel is officially my sons. But he couldn't do it while they were in bondage. We get into the New Testament. 40 days after Jesus rose from the dead, he met them on the mountain. He said, now y'all go back to Jerusalem and y'all wait for it. So now, 10 days later, which is going to make 50, the 40 after he rose, the 10 days later, back to the day of Pentecost. Because Pentecost is 50 days. But now, we done stood in the church and we done told y'all to give y'all first seed. It's 2022. So you got to give $222. That's your first seed. What that said in the Bible? But when you go in the first chapter of 1 Corinthians and you really learn about what the first seed is about, when you go in the book of Acts and you see the first seed, the first fruit was the church. That was the church. Moses, Old Testament church. Jesus, New Testament church. The book of Acts, the early church. This is when Paul take off. The book of Revelation, the end time church. And this is how the church was put together. Now, if the book of Acts is the first fruit of the Spirit, why? Because when Luke wrote the book of Acts, look at how Luke wrote Luke. Luke wrote to Theophilus, which was the governor, and he was telling him how things was. When he gets to the book of Acts, he didn't change it up. He said, "Hold on, man, wait. I know what this Jesus did. I know about Jesus. I know all of that. But see, man, these dudes telling people to get up who never walk. People open eyes. They just doing all kinds of stuff that we never seen happen before in the church. So now it didn't change. That's why when you go back to the 23rd chapter of Deuteronomy, he said that third generation. Watch out for that third generation. Okay, grandmother. Okay, mama. Okay, children. It's going to be the third generation. This how Ruth get in the game to open up the lineage of David. When that's where Jesus was going to come from. It wasn't about Ruth looking for no Boaz. Boaz started the lineage of David. Boaz had Obed. Obed had Jesse. Jesse had David. And from David all the way to Jesus. What the hell